Oh, okay. All right. I see what you did there. All right, I'm Stuart.
And I'm Hodge.
All right, so we just got finished watching the movie Horns. All right, with Daniel Radcliffe.
Mr. Potter.
Yes.
And Joe Anderson, by the way, is a really great actor.
And that's the guy that was from Across the Universe?
Yeah.
All right, so overall, just quick thoughts. Like, what did you think about this movie and, like, the way it told its story?
You know, it's a really, really good movie. I gotta say, Daniel Radcliffe has a knack for putting stuff on his forehead and getting in front of the camera, and I really respect that about him. He's a really great American accent in this film. The storyline is very intense. It kind of goes from point to point, from like timelines in the past and to present.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the reactions that people give him just kind of seem out of place, but you know, I think it kind of fits with the whole opinion of how everybody feels about him and her relationship as you go on through the movie.
Right, and that's kind of sort of what this movie is actually about. Daniel Radcliffe's character, he wakes up one morning and he starts growing a pair of horns from his head after this terrible event happens. And I've read the book. I read Joe Hill's book.
I have not.
You have not. And I kind of went in this with the perspective of, having read it, just kind of, you got to be one of those people who's like, oh, the book did this and the movie didn't do that. And surprisingly, all the really important things that happen in the book do happen in the movie. Overall, like, there's a bit of subpar acting that happens. It's kind of, it happens, from time to time.
Yeah, I gotta admit, like, there's only about 4 actors that I really recognize, but even then, like, they've been in movies that really haven't been that big, unless you count, like, Across the Universe or the Harry Potter series or something like that.
But, I mean, it's not really fair to judge this movie based on other movies,
it's not. But it also brought up a couple really good actors in the movie, Juno Temple being one of them, which is beautiful, beautiful actress. Oh my God.
That's the redhead, yeah.
Yes,
okay. I'm bad with names. No, she actually did amazing, and actually, in the book to the movie, I actually completely forgot about this movie's ending. I was super excited to go, and I saw that there was a movie being based on one of Joe Hill's books, and I love 20th Century Ghosts by Joe Hill. That was a great book. If you guys get a chance, definitely read it. And so I saw that they were making this movie, so I had to read the book, and I read it, a couple months ago. And I saw on my Facebook feed, like, oh, hey, this movie came out today. And I was actually searching for movie theaters to go see this movie, and none of the movie theaters were listed on it. None of them. And so what eventually happened was, like, I kind of just thought this movie didn't come out in my area. And on a whim, I think it was you that suggested, like, why don't you just check, iTunes and see if it came out on iTunes. And sure enough, it was a direct to, I guess in this case, digital download. I don't know how I feel about this. You think this could have been a movie theater release that
honestly,
later gets released, to digital and DVD and everything?
Honestly, I gotta praise it for coming out like that, because being a person that really can't afford the movie theater experience, you have the comfort of watching it in your own home. Brand new movie, you don't have to wait on it. If you're excited about it, you just go on the iTunes store and download it real quick.
Right,
it's a good movie night movie, something that nobody really talked about beforehand because it didn't come out in theaters.
But do you think it came out that way because it's a somewhat subpar movie? I mean, it's like we've seen it direct to DVD.
Again, it's hard to like call something out based on the movies that the actors were previously in, but that could have been a lot of people going to the movies just for those actors alone. They were going out on the limb, bringing it directly to download.
It's just straight up Daniel Radcliffe. I mean, Harry Potter is
Potter.
One of the biggest franchises of movie
in the past
all
10 years.
time. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I loved it. This movie's soundtrack is actually amazing. I thought this movie had a great soundtrack. It flowed really nicely.
It really set the mood for a lot of the scenes happening, and I applaud it for that.
Yeah,
So.
if I recall, there was a bit of David Bowie in there.
Bit of David Bowie, like 2 songs?
Yeah, it worked. It actually worked really good. I was very happy with. I didn't even go like, wow, that song actually works perfect right here. And unfortunately, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
And plus, Joe Anderson is still doing something musical, which is it should be a thing for him in every movie. I think. The guy is amazing.
So in this movie, so he grows these horns, and the reason he grows the horns is it makes people's innermost, darkest thoughts kind of come out of their mouth, or in their reactions and things that they do. So it's kind of like a superpower for this character. And in the movie, he is trying to solve the mystery of who killed the woman who he was gonna, propose marriage to. And so this whole thing, like, he goes around to all these people, and like in the commercial, they show the doctor who's like, I want to like grind up some OxyContin and snort it right now. That actually does happen in the book. There's a lot of things like I remember going like, oh, I can't wait till they show that in the book, what happened, and it comes up, and kind of amazing when they do it right. Like the thing with the snakes in the book, I recall being a bigger deal, and the movie's ending I actually completely forgot about. So like as soon as I rewatched it, I'm like, oh, that is what happened, and it's you almost think the movie's done, 20 minutes from its ending, because there's a conclusion, but it doesn't end there. And I had to admit, like the ending that actually happens is really good. In the book, there's this whole thing where he talks about how he thinks that she's giving him like this Morse code with her cross, and you find out in the book that that's actually not what she was doing at all. And at the end of the movie, he actually wrote him like a Morse code letter.
Which is amazing, just like secret code with your friends.
Yeah, it's one of those like it kind of happened in the book, but not really that way. It should have just been written,
Well, I thought it was awesome.
Okay, so out of 10, what would you give this?
Out of 10, this movie is a solid 8. It could have been better with the acting. It could have been better with the reactions of the characters to what was happening. Because I'll be honest, I'm not gonna go take a walk with somebody after certain scenes in that book. I'll be honest. I mean, it just doesn't seem logical.
Oh, well, you have the horns, but that's
But out of 10. Definitely an 8. Solid 8.
I'm with you. This movie completely deserves an 8. Overall, like, I even love this movie's ending. Like, the credits. Like, the credits for this movie are, like, I love when movie makers, or the editor, I should say, kind of do these, like, cinematic credits at the end. And
and Stuart loves crane shots, too.
Oh, crane shot. I love crane shots.
If we had a crane in this room, we'd be using that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like going
we do. We just, Anyways, yeah, 8 out of 10. That seems like a consensus with us. So, so download it, watch it.
And tell us what you think, too. If you agree with us, let us know in the comments. And as always, like and share out of 10. We'll keep bringing you amazing reviews. I'm Hodge.
I'm Stuart.
And this has been Out of 10.